You did not just ask me that
No, I'm just saying, you're like...
What a forward young man you are.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo Glow. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times celebs shot down stupid questions. Number 10, Jerry Seinfeld. Seinfeld was one of the most successful sitcoms of the 90s. So when the show announced it was ending after 9 seasons, the news made numerous headlines. One person who seemingly missed this announcement was Larry King, leading to one of his most infamous interviews ever. A somewhat irritated Seinfeld made it abundantly clear that the idea of his sitcom getting canceled was laughable.
I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry.
He pressed on, making jabs at CNN and King, as well as boasting about the show and his own success. We're pretty sure this was mostly good-natured ribbing, but King seemingly got under the comedian's skin. Number 9, Taylor Swift. Swift and her hit Shake It Off were nominated for several 2015 Grammys. But E.T.'s Nancy Odell seemed more interested in Taylor's outfit and legs before the ceremony. She also implies that a Grammy isn't the only way Taylor will score that evening. And boy, if looks could kill. Still, Taylor swiftly shuts her down.
You're gonna walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight.
You tell him, T-Swift.
Like, oh, I'm so much more mature now.
Number 8, Brie Larson. In 2023, Brie Larson served as a juror for the Cannes Film Festival. During a press conference, Larson was asked if she planned to watch the festival's opening movie, Jean du Barry, which controversially stars Johnny Depp. The actress was initially confused about why she was being asked this question, and asked the reporter to elaborate. She's visibly uncomfortable and clearly wants to end this exchange quickly. Yet she remains polite, hearing the reporter out before gently but quickly concluding the matter. The reporter tried to toss her the bait, and she went and tossed it straight back.
I don't know how I'll feel about it if I do.
Number 7, Matt Damon. This actor has a lot of respect for teachers. After all, his mom was one. So if you come for the profession, he's going to come for you, and he won't hold back. When one reporter suggested that teachers, like actors, need to work hard if they want job security, Damon was having none of it. He replies with a long rant defending teachers and their willingness to do their jobs with minimum compensation. The cameraman then decides to chime in with a statistic he seemingly pulled out of thin air. Damon wastes no time throwing this so-called fact back in his face. Damon 1, cameraman 0.
But I mean, maybe you're a shitty cameraman, I don't know.
Number 6, Cara Delevingne. With each ill-thought-out question, this interview felt like watching a car crash in slow motion. The interviewers are rather condescending, while Delevingne's wry sense of humor seems to go straight over their heads. She handles their awkward questions gracefully and lightheartedly, even though it's quite clear that she'd rather be anywhere else.
You do seem a bit irritated. Perhaps it's just us.
Yeah, I think it's just you.
Still, Delevingne keeps her cool and tries to keep things as cheery as possible. However, once the host suggests she needs a nap or a Red Bull, it's glaringly obvious to everyone that this interview is so over. Number 5, Anne Hathaway. Traditionally, female comic book characters don't always get the most practical outfits. So there's always a level of curiosity over how that will translate into live action. But Anne Hathaway really wasn't felining the incessant interest into how she got into shape to play Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises. One reporter outright asked her how much weight she'd lost to fit into her costume. Meanwhile, Extra's Jerry Penacoli persistently questioned her fitness regime, prompting her to fire back.
Any particular workout?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Well,
What's the deal, man? You look great.
No.
Number 4, Scarlet Johansson. Like Hathaway's Catwoman, ScarJo faced an unprecedented amount of interest in her Black Widow costume. Or more accurately, what was underneath it. We didn't hear anyone ask her Avengers co-stars about their undergarments, and she even told this reporter from Extra TV, yes, that is Jerry Penacoli again, that he was the 5th person to ask her that question.
Since when did people start asking each other in interviews about their underwear?
It's quite baffling that she has to call out just how inappropriate, invasive, and sexist his inquiry is. Number 3, Jonah Hill. It's no secret that Jonah Hill prefers to keep his weight loss journey private. And that's totally within his right. Someone insensitively asked him whether he's still thought of as...
Are you still considered the fat guy? when you go to a party or anything?
Hill's face speaks volumes, almost as if he can't quite believe the reporter's audacity. However, he handles the situation ever so smoothly, asking if there are any smarter questions before turning away.
Do you have any other questions that are smart?
Number 2, Mila Kunis. During a press conference in Moscow for their movie Friends with Benefits, Kunis delivered an epic smackdown to a reporter who questioned why Justin Timberlake was doing movies. Speaking in her native tongue, the actress quickly fired back at the reporter, much to the room's approval. She wasted no time in calling out the stupidity of the question and jumping to her co-star's defense. Kunis clearly picked up the subtext behind these questions and wasn't here for it at all. Number 1, Rihanna. Riri really wants everyone to stop talking about her love life. She's an artist and an entrepreneur, so you'd imagine there are far more interesting questions to ask her than what she's looking for in a man. But if you dare bring it up, prepare to be taken down, like this ITN reporter. During a press conference for the movie Battleship, she brought up the romance rumors between Rihanna and her co-star Ashton Kutcher.
Will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Rihanna is clearly unimpressed and lets everyone know.
I'm happy and I'm single, if that's what you were really asking.